All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and I am live streaming. I've sent out the invite to a couple of people, see who we can get in here. Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew. Just checking the volumes. We look good. All right. So we got a couple of things to discuss tonight. I got a new Breakout Beast. I'm going to open up a little later, see what we can get out of there. I'm going to do a drawing in my sketchbook, of course. Sorry, I'm still eating my dinner. Got some French fries here. Going to go through a bin of original art, see if there's anything new in there I want to take to the store, and give you all the guys a good update on how everything's going on that end. Having a really good time. The drawing table is set up. The light table is active at the store. The lamp has been installed. I did build a rack for the camcorder. But it did not have enough support on it, so I had to go and pick up a few more pieces. And then I realized I left my PVC cutter at the store, which means I can't put the thing together tonight. So that's tomorrow's project, because I have to swing by the store and pick up the tool that I need. Because having the right tool for the job makes the job so much easier. If you guys are unaware of that fact, I prove it time and time again. Having the right tool for the right job makes the job go by so much easier. Okay, well, bringing up my camera now, we're going to get started. I have no idea what I'm drawing tonight. I think we're just going to go with inspiration and just be inspired and see what happens. You never know. Sometimes those are the best sketches. Sometimes they're the worst. So, get my little record button. And get going. All right, so give you guys a quick update on how things are going at the store. We got the last of the big stuff into the store this weekend. Finished setting up the drawing table, brought in the fish tank, where if you've seen the most recent video, you see how it's a cover for the diorama that Mike's working on for his Harry Potter Legos, which is going to be really cool when it's all finished. And so that's all the big stuff. There's still some improvements we're doing, bringing in more product and so forth. But had a really good time this weekend. I got to spend some time with Mike in the store on Saturday. And then I manned the store pretty much by myself on Sunday, which ended up being pretty good. We have a daily goal that we're trying to achieve. And Saturday we achieved the goal and surpassed it by $1, which granted that's not a lot, but that's all right. But on Sunday, I figured Sunday was going to be the slowest day, and I actually only made 3 sales on Sunday, but we doubled our goal for the day. And actually it became our best day yet. The most money I had made in a single day at the flea market was $99. And Sunday, I beat it by $1. I broke $100. And the thing was, it was with 3 sales, which isn't bad. But one of them was a new guy that just found the store, and he really liked it and said he was going to come back because there was a lot more stuff he wanted to get, which is cool. And then the third sale, which was the latest sale, was a guy that was coming back from last week. He and his son came back and bought up a whole bunch of comics. And I'm like, hey, absolutely, that's awesome. So, and the wall comics worked very, very well. Hey, Eagle, how's it going? The putting the comics up on the wall worked really, really well. It made it easy to see the comics, and I sold a whole bunch of them. Now, granted, I wasn't charging a lot. They were $2 and $3 comics, but it definitely made it easier for people to see them. And people go, "Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one," and they bought them. So that was fantastic. So I'm actually going to be putting up a whole bunch of more wall books this coming weekend because I got a whole crap load more. And we'll see what happens. What was my phone dinging? Was it anything important? Check real quick. Nope. Nothing important. Nobody's here just yet, just me and Eagle. How's it going, Eagle? Anything new and interesting happening in their world? You know, you don't appreciate these guys being in here and in the chat until they're not here. Then you really appreciate them even more. But I know they all have lives, so they're probably all very, very busy, which is okay. Usually when I start these sketches, I have an idea of where I'm going, and then it usually goes off the rail really, really quick. This one, I'm really not sure where I'm going with it, but honestly, that's never stopped me before. Kind of slightly inspired by the bear that I did last time. But I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with him just yet. Nothing really going on? That's all right. That's all right. I had a good day at work today. It's month end for me, and the majority of the reports I have to do, and everything went very smoothly. Nobody bugged me, so I was able to get a lot of work done, which actually felt good. And actually, tomorrow is my 1-year anniversary with this new company. And originally when I got hired, I told them, as long as I'm not bored, it'll be fun. I'll be happy. As D says, what's the noise in the background, or is it just me? Oh, I've got the fan on high. Let me turn it down, see if that makes a difference. It is very hot in this here part of town. So, oh, thank you, Eagle. He said my comic book store looks good. It's coming along. I hate to say it, I wish I had more room. We had planned to bring all that stuff in, and we still have more stuff we want to bring in. So we're trying to figure out a way to bring more stuff in, make it easy to be seen and displayed. And it's not that easy to do. It's actually a very difficult thing, but we're working on it. We're kind of prioritizing the things that people are looking for as the stuff we want to be out in front, that they see first. And a lot of people are buying a lot of comics. People have been buying Legos. People have been buying graphic novels. People have been buying, the only thing that I haven't sold a lot of, actually I've only sold one piece, is the art. And that's one of the things I want to get people to come back for, is the art. But, it's all right. It'll happen. That'll happen as it goes. I mentioned it in one of the videos. A guy walked by the store and he stopped and he came back, and first thing he asked me, he says, "Is this a tattoo store?" I said no. He saw all the art on the walls and thought it was a tattoo place. Which, believe it or not, there is a tattoo place in the flea market. I don't know if you guys go to flea markets often, but that's one of those things that you can find there. And I know where the guy's store is located because you can hear the bzzz from where we're at almost. So it's kind of funny. Somebody's getting branded and whatnot. It's right around the corner from us. Yeah, but I had a father and son customer who came in. The father was like, "Oh, I remember all these comics," and he was like really, really happy to see a lot of the comics, because a lot of them are from when I was a kid, and I guess that's when he was a kid as well. So he had fond memories of that, and the idea was to introduce his son to him. And I'm like, hey, this is the best place to go and buy comics for that purpose, is because they're cheap. That's what he was doing, so it was kind of cool. D says, you have to put your art front and center. Well, trust me, my friend, you can't miss it. When you walk in the store, you cannot miss it. It's right there. There's a lot of it. And I'm expanding. I'm going to add even more stuff. So not only my art, but other art to sell as well. I find it so entertaining to show people original art from comic books, because a lot of people never, ever see that kind of stuff. They've never seen what an original comic book page looks like. You know, they don't know anything about that part of it. And I like showing them stuff and kind of educating them on what's out there. So I have one, it's an original Ben Dunn page from Ninja High School. And it's a page with a whole bunch of monsters attacking and all. It's a really cool page, but it's got like the sound effects written onto the page, or actually drawn onto the page, which is great. I love that. But that's kind of a lost art now that they do so much digital stuff. You don't see that very often, and it's just really cool to be able to share that with people, you know. But I absolutely have no idea where I'm going with this particular character, so. Well, he's kind of starting to look like all the other ones I tend to draw. Nothing original going on here at all. I have to try to think of something here. Yeah, one of the things my wife mentioned to me is she said, if you're going to put it in the store, you got to be willing to sell it. So if I put up original art, if somebody's interested, I've got to be willing to sell it. I can't just say, oh, no, I'm just putting that up to show people. You know, you can't do that. You got to be willing to make everything available. So did anybody else go and see any good movies this weekend?
No, they're all trash.
Hey, why are you coming through my speakers and not my headphones?
I don't know. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, hold on a second.
That might be why there was like echo the other day.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Well, hold on. Let me unplug this. Plug it back.
Sometimes these settings just change themselves when things update. And you don't know it until you're in the middle of doing something. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Great.
Hold on. How's it going, man?
It's all right.
Default single USB device. Switch this internal speakers. Save. Switch it back. All right, say something.
Something.
All right, now I hear you through my headphones. Okay, very good.
Yeah, boy.
Ugh. Talking about monsters, did you see Godzilla? How did you like Godzilla? I loved it. We had a lot of fun with Godzilla. The only problem with Godzilla is the problem that they had with the first Godzilla, and that is too much humans.
Too many people.
They humaned way too much.
That's the problem every day, everywhere. It's just, there's so many of them.
Yes, yeah.
And they're not bowing before me. It's a problem.
I know. It's a horrible thing.
Isn't it?
But the movie was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. I look forward to owning it, watching it again, and it makes me want to go and watch the first movie again, which I did not get a chance to do.
The Bryan Cranston one?
Yes.
That thing was very mediocre.
No, that was good. It was fun.
It was very mediocre.
Well, whatever.
They didn't show Godzilla anything close to enough.
Well, that was the biggest complaint, is that they didn't show Godzilla.
They didn't show Godzilla a third of what they should have.
Well, this movie you get to see a lot of the bad guys. You get to see a lot of the monsters, but there's still a lot of humaning going on. So
too many humans.
Too many humans, yes. To the point where you really don't care.
I don't care about humans.
Excuse me. Keep going. You got to have somebody to rule over, don't you know? D says, where's Thanos when you need him, you know?
I know. I don't know, man. Thanos is kind of a soy boy with his little half measures. Beta Thanos.
Oh well. Anything new and interesting happening with you?
Nothing that I would talk about.
Okay.
Stop asking questions. You're very nosy.
We miss seeing you on Sundays, you know. We should really just get together and go to breakfast, you know.
Yeah, no thanks.
It's lunch or nothing for you. Is that it?
It's nothing. I like nothing.
Okay, all right.
Nothing's good.
You know, there are times you need to be around other humans, you know, and actually, you know, interact with people. Make sure your skills of deception are still finely tuned.
I don't know about that. I'm enjoying it.
You're enjoying what?
My Sundays.
Oh, shut up.
Well, I do.
You miss me. You miss me, and you know it.
I deal with you enough.
All right, whatever.
What?
Oh,
wait! Don't get your feelings hurt.
My feelings aren't hurt. My feelings aren't going to be hurt by you. You got to be kidding me.
Don't get your. I don't know. Sounds like your feelings are hurt a little bit. I don't want to hear it.
I'm too good for that. So what's new and happening? What you working on this week?
Nothing you can know about.
All right, well that's fine. Secret projects and all.
No, I just don't talk about stuff.
Well, if you were working on hero stuff, you would tell me, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You want to keep it a surprise, right?
I don't know.
You're so weird, you know that? And I say that like Simba says to Scar, you're so weird. And your response is, you have no idea.
Not that weird.
Yeah. So I posted it on Twitter, but I'll retell it here because if you weren't paying attention on Twitter, you might not have read it.
Yeah.
But when we went to go see the movie, the trailer for the next It movie started to play. Now, of course, I'd seen it, so I know what was going on. So I reached over and I grabbed my wife's hand, right? And she's watching the trailer, and she's really not paying attention. And she lets go of my hand so that she can go get some of her popcorn, and she's eating her popcorn. So now that she's disregarded my hand, I just sat there and watched the trailer. And it wasn't until the trailer was 2/3 of the way through before she realized what trailer it was. And when it got over, she looked at me and she was so mad at me because I wasn't holding her hand at the time. Like, honey, I grabbed your hand. You're the one that let go.
Wait, I don't. Wait, why does she have to?
She is not a fan of the It movie. She's very, that kind of thing really does kind of petrify her a little bit. So.
Okay. I mean, it's okay. It's okay for a comedy. I mean,
well, see, I was preparing her for the trailer, so I grabbed her hand. She didn't realize what trailer it was, so she let my hand go.
She has no one to blame but herself, then.
Well.
And why does she have to hold hands instead of just watch the trailer like a grown-up?
Because she's a girl.
Yeah.
You know, they have feelings.
That's not a good excuse. Lots of girls can watch a horror movie without like having to hold their hand.
Well,
that's.
See, I like mine though. I like my woman, so I want to hold her hand while she's watching a horror movie.
That's gross.
Well,
so gross.
I don't know why you think it's gross.
It's gross.
It's called love, man.
That's disgusting. That is the most repugnant thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so creeped out.
Well, we were able to convince her to watch the first movie, but we weren't able to take her to the theater. She refused to see it in the theater. But we watched it at home, and
it's not really worth going to the theater. Most movies aren't these days.
That particular one is a lot of fun to go to the theater to see everybody else's reaction.
I did know
because that's fun.
When I saw it with Mike and I were laughing at the crowd's reactions.
Yes, yes.
Like while they were scared, we were like giggling, like this is hysterical. It's like, don't you know what? It's like they're telegraphing everything that's about that.
Yes, yes.
Like
they
why
very
are
much
you shocked? Why are you scared? You're all children.
Yep. Well, sometimes it's fun to enjoy movies with people that are just acting stupid. So, all right.
Yeah, I had a good time watching that. I was like, this isn't even remotely scary. What is wrong with you people?
D says, sounds like you need to set a blind date for Avery. I don't know any woman in my life that I want to ruin their life by introducing them to Avery. I don't have anybody I'd be willing to sacrifice to that demon god.
I wouldn't date anyone you remotely suggested at all.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm okay with that.
No,
now, I did warn Mike. I said I had a conversation with him, and I said, Mike, you do realize you're getting to that age where if you don't have a girlfriend, or at least somebody you're dating, your grandmother, your aunts, they will try to hook you up with somebody. You just need to be aware it's going to happen. And matter of fact, the conversation actually started to go that way this weekend when we were at my parents' house, because my sister was talking to Mike and said, I need to set you up with somebody. And I looked at him, I said, dude, I told you it was coming.
Yeah, when people start that, I get very, very rude and belligerent very fast.
Yeah, that's all right.
I go from 0 to not me joking around and like saying mean stuff, in jest. I go from 0 to nasty.
Well,
I shut it down fast because I don't appreciate it. I don't like it.
The only person I know, and you know who this person is, and there's no way in hell you would date her. So,
Andrew, you need to drop this subject right
now. I'm done with it.
And
I'll go back.
You know why you need to drop it.
I'm willing to drop it. I'm not even saying anything else. I was talking about Michael. Ugh. Poor boy. I told him he's in deep trouble. Because it's one of those things that happens.
I get nasty with people.
Oh, I know.
Because it's none of their concern. And if they bring it up with me...
Dude, you do your own thing. Nobody's going to stop you.
The thing is, people don't do it to me anymore because they know better.
Right.
I've taught a lot of people to like.
I had a conversation with Jen. I said, there are things I know not to bring up with Avery. Period. You just don't bring it up. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, absolutely. On a happier note, a friend of ours is coming into town soon.
Yeah, I could care less. I'm not going to see him. I got stuff to do.
Well, we're probably gonna go down and visit him one day. I don't know when.
I don't have time to drive down to St. Augustine.
Well, that's why I was gonna say I would drive if you wanted to come. So
I don't have time to drive down to St. Augustine.
I know. Actually, D, I tried to convince Mike to if he works in the store, that's the perfect place to meet girls. You get girls coming into the store that are actually interested in comics. And then you tell them, "Oh yeah, I own the store." That's a great pickup line, don't you think?
Not really.
Yeah, I know. Actually, most of the girls that have come into the store have come in with like their boyfriends. So, Yeah.
Typically, that's what you see.
Yep. Which is all right.
I wouldn't be trying to hit on customers anyway.
No, I'm not hitting on any customers. Not even for him.
Yeah,
But
yeah. He shouldn't either.
he's too. Oh, please. He wouldn't know how to
He's,
talk to a girl, I don't think.
I know, but you shouldn't be encouraging it.
I'm not.
When you're running a business, it's not.
Yeah, that's the reputation I want to get. Yeah, that's the creepy guy that was trying to hook me up with his son.
Yeah. See what I mean?
Yep. No, I know. It's all hands off, but I told him, a girl that comes into a comic book store, that's like perfect.
Not really.
He says, laugh out loud. Girls do not read comics. They're like unicorns. Well, be surprised. We've had a lot of girls that have come to the store, or when I was set up at the table and bought Legos. The girls like the Legos. That's a thing, I guess,
I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, we had what did I have? We had Teen Titans playing on the TV this weekend, and then the Batman, the animated cartoon, the Batman. So if a girl comes in and says, "Ooh, I love this show," it's like, Mike, it's marrying material right there. That didn't happen, just so you know. One of these days, though. So when are you going to come out and visit my store?
Probably not.
Oh, all right. Well,
that involves fooling you.
I'm setting it up just so you would enjoy it. I mean, you're my target audience,
Yeah, but you're there.
All right, well.
I'm trying to be free of you, Andrew.
I know. I gave you a gift by opening up a store. Then you didn't have to see me, and then I invite you to come to the store. All right.
No, I might be able to come out this weekend, man.
Oh, okay, cool.
The stuff, realistically, the extra stuff I've been trying to do for me is I'll be done tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna try to come out there this weekend, but I wasn't done. Things took me a little longer than I thought.
We had a pretty decent weekend, I mean, my relative daily goal is pretty easy to make if we can, as long as we have customers coming into the store, we can make sales. And we did fantastic considering I only made 3 sales on Sunday and we did double our goal. That's pretty dang good,
Sure. Oh, there's a market for being out there and selling stuff, dude.
Oh yeah.
You'll build a client base and make some money.
Yeah, I just have to keep bringing new stuff out there. That's the whole trick to the whole thing. Ooh, who do we have here? Ravagore. I don't think we have this guy. Looks very cool. It's the breakout beast. The ones that are in the slime.
Oh.
I love these things.
I'm actually working on a page or hero, so I can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm just putting together a Mega Construct Breakout Beast Series 2. The monsters that are in the slime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get as much done this past week or so as I wanted, but I've actually been getting sleep.
Oh, good.
I found an incredible sleep aid. It's Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit audiobook.
Really? That puts you to sleep?
Within half an hour, 45 minutes, I'm out cold for at least 5 to 8 hours.
Really?
While that's playing, yeah.
So you're not really listening to it at all. It's just putting you to sleep then.
Well, I go back to the last thing I remember.
Oh, okay.
Like, because sometimes I listen to them while I'm working also.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go back to the last thing I remember.
That's
And
fantastic. Where did you get them from?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of stuff on audiobook, like The Hellbound Heart, some of the John Carter and the
Yeah. There was a time when
and
there was a time when I spent a lot of time in the car, so I would go to the library and just rent audiobooks from the library. And I got caught up on it. I listened to a lot of books that I supposedly read while I was in high school, but never actually read. So it was kind of cool. I actually got to hear the books, and I hate abridged copies. I always get unabridged.
Yeah, I want the full thing. Yeah, I don't want
abridged.
Yeah. But man, I start listening to The Hobbit or something, man. It knocks me out faster than the movies. And the movies knock me out the books even more. And it's not that I'm bored. I'm not. It's not like I'm not enjoying it. I am. It's just they completely relax me to listen to them, and I just.
Does it have to do with the person that's reading it? I mean, do they have like?
Yeah. There are copies of it that I don't like that I found. There are readings of it I don't like. It's like, oh, this one sucks. But there are ones where they like try to do the voices and pretty good.
There was one audiobook I listened to one time. I had to restart it like 3 times because the person that did the voice was actually a famous actor, but his voice was so monotone that I just couldn't keep track of what he was saying. And it was like the 3rd time I listened to it, I actually paid attention to what he was saying, and I got through the entire. And the book was amazing. It was awesome, but it started out so damn monotone that it was just boring as heck.
Yeah.
And it got better. It got better, but you had to get past that first like 2 or 3 chapters.
Yeah, one of the versions of Lord of the Rings I was listening to was obviously done after the movies.
Oh, okay.
So they were the voice. The reader was doing a pretty good job of doing voices that fit the tone of what you were used to from the movie.
Oh, okay.
He didn't sound exactly like them. It's just he captured that same tone. So it worked really well.
Well, that's kind of like they have a visual idea of what people are looking for, or what they'll understand. So,
like when he did Gandalf, it was like he really got the tone, a very similar tone as Sir Ian McKellen.
Very cool.
And it was a good reading. I liked it.
You got off of YouTube, huh? Okay.
There's a ton of them on YouTube. There's all kinds of audiobooks on YouTube, dude. I listened to the Hellbound Heart. I've been listening to some of the John Carter, Solomon Kane stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks while I'm either working, while I'm sleeping. And like some of it, I actually remember. Like, I've listened to the same parts over and over. So even in my sleep, so when I hear it when I'm awake, it's like, oh, I don't know. It seems familiar.
Okay, very cool.
There's tons of stuff.
Anything you recommend?
Solomon Kane, Carter.
Okay.
The Warlord of Mars or whatever they're called.
Yeah, and I always had a hard time reading Stephen King, but if I heard him on audiobook, it just made so much. It just was easier to take,
See, he's really easy to read because he just.
I always found him very difficult.
His stuff's very blue collar in his language.
Yeah. What was it? There was a couple of books that I had started to read and just could not get through them, but then I would hear them on audiobook, and they were like perfect.
The first time I tried to read it, I couldn't. It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you try to read it and you haven't read The Dark Tower, You're like, what is this crap? This sounds like gobbledygook. You know, I've said this before.
Yeah, yeah.
If you try to read it and you haven't read The Dark Tower, it sounds like gobbledygook. If you've read The Dark Tower, there's lots of little things they say. It makes sense. You know what they're talking about.
Right, right.
Even though the characters don't know what they're talking about, you know.
Yeah. Which book was it that I read that there were references to the Dark Tower? It was like
it's a bunch of them, dude.
The Atlantis one that they did.
Atlantis.
Yes, Atlantis. Yes. There were references to the Dark Tower in there, and I got them because I was familiar enough with the Dark Tower to know what they were talking about.
Yeah. Well, that character shows up in the later Dark Tower books.
Isn't this guy cool? Look at this guy. Green monster. Dragon thing. Big old arms and nasty breath and horns. Very cool. Very cool. D says, just draw furries and you should be getting a ton of cash. You know, that's the only problem. I don't draw furries.
No, you draw anthro characters, but you don't draw furries. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, though, some people don't see a difference.
Yeah.
And it's both sides of the fence that don't see a difference. It's not like people like stereotyping you because you draw anthro. Sometimes it's people who they want it to be a furry so bad that they'll label you that because it's what they like, and that's how they want to connect with it. And sometimes it could just be people, you know, prejudging it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go grab some of this art. I got 2 bins of art that I haven't gone through in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
See if there's anything in here.
Anything you want to show off?
Yeah, let's see. Cool. Oh, I know what those are. Those are hero pages. Oh. I got some framed hero art here. Some original hero stuff. Oh, this was all the stuff I had in the original campaign.
Oh yeah, that stuff needs to be tiers when you relaunch, man.
Yeah. Well, I still have it all. So
now that you know,
you roboted out there. Uh-oh. I think we lost Avery. Let me make sure it's not me. Nope, I'm still plugged in.
Okay.
Now I hear you.
Okay, yeah, I think I lagged out.
That's all right.
Yeah, if as long as you get those backers back, you know, as long as they come back, you'd be fine. You'd be able to get that price.
Yeah. These are just some great panels.
Yeah, they are.
Let's see, what else do I got in there? Oh, this is... All right. I'm not going to show all these, but I have some original Rugrat strips that I purchased for like dirt cheap, and they're awesome. These are original Rugrat strips from published newspapers. Got a bunch of these in here. I got a couple of them that are actually in order.
I didn't know Rugrats was a strip.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of these. I think I was dealing with a guy who reps the Inker, and he had a bunch of these panel pages. Oh, here's one. Here's a funny one. The baby pulls the string, and it says, "The cow goes moo," and he says, "So you've told me." It's just funny.
Not really.
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't find it funny.
No. I am almost 100% sure you're not the target audience for this strip.
I'm pretty sure you're not either.
That's not true. Love that kind of stuff. All right, so that bin was actually a bust because it was pretty much. Let me go grab the other bin. Let me see what else. I'll be right back.
I screwed that up. Let me go get another one.
Yeah, let me get another one. Hold on.
This is depressing. Oh. What's up, guys? Anybody in the chat? I can't read chat, but hi. Hi. How are you? Yeah? You don't say. Hurry up, Andrew. I'm just gonna leave this dead air. Yeah. Like that. Final.
All right. So were you keeping the people in the chat entertained while I was gone?
No.
Okay, there's not. Goodness gracious. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Ooh. All right, this was an original that I got from a guy.
That's awesome.
When I was in.
Coloring's really good.
Yeah, it's all Copic markers. I forgot the guy's name, but I was set up next to him at a Heroes Con one year. And he was working on this piece, and he finished it while I was there, and I bought it from him because I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The colors are great.
I really liked what he did with the Copic. So let's see.
Copic, they're pretty good.
This is an original Pasquale Ferry page from Warlock. It's a nice little action scene with the Mole Man. It's got a brother, good guy, whatever is, And then I have Sonic original pages. Holy crap, how many of these do I have in here? 1, 2, we got a bunch in here.
What are they, Todd pages?
Yeah, original Todd pages. These actually, some of these may even have Sonic on them, so we're going to pull these out and take a look at them. Let's see, Leonard Bloodhound page. Let's see, got a hero.
He really needs to do like new comic book stuff to show what his stuff really looks like. Not how people tell him to draw. Because he really is better than that.
Ooh, I have an original Al Bigley.
That's cool.
What was the name of this comic? Geminar. Geminar was really cool. Let's see, I have a pinup of name from the Flintstones.
Who did that?
Silva.
Not familiar with them.
No stuff. Oh, here's a page from the Pacific Rim 2 comic series. Page from Kiss and Tell. It's not a very good page. Page from 9 Volt. An original page from there. Ooh, check this out. This is a what is his name? I forgot the guy's name, but it's a really nice Joker sketch. The last name's Perez, but I can't remember the first name. That's a cool page. Ooh, I have a Dan Jurgens Captain America page. It doesn't have Captain America on it anywhere.
Yeah, still a good page.
Yeah. Let's see. I forgot. This is a page from Wolverine Infinity. I just really like the scene. You see Wolverine in the shadows, so you don't see very much of him, but you see the girl jumping off the. I just think that was an awesome looking page. But this is a page from the What If. This was the last issue of What If, issue 114. This was the one where what if the heroes lost the Secret Wars? And
there was a girl.
Well, yeah, that is a girl. This is Storm and Wolverine's daughter. But the story.
I love the name.
Well, the storyline was the heroes. They lost the Secret Wars, and they were left on the planet that the Beyonder had created. and they just lived out their days on this planet. And some of the villains and some of the heroes got together, and they had children, and these were the ancestors of them. And like this guy right here,
Descendants, you mean?
Yeah, descendants. This guy right here was the son of She-Hulk and Hawkeye. So he had he was green, and he had bow and arrows. And then this was the son of the Wasp and the Human Torch. And this girl was the daughter of Wolverine and Storm.
Huh.
And then this girl here she was the daughter of Captain America, and I forget who else. And then this guy was the son of Thor and somebody else. I forgot. I think it was the Enchantress. So, but these were the kids. DC made this into a movie, an animated movie, and this is one of the pages from that book.
What if God was one of us?
Oh no, Commodore's gonna sing for us. Oh no. Here's a pinup.
Why is Avery muted?
Because he doesn't want to talk to you right now.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
This was a page.
I mute so you don't hear the vape thing.
No, this is a page from the Superboy special. It's a splash page that features Knockout, and I forget who this character is. But this isn't an original page. It's an Andy Smith page. He actually signed it. But it's on a Avery, do you remember that sticky paper that they used to use that they would cover up mistakes with? And they would cut out like a little piece, and they would cover up, and then they would re-ink it. It's kind of like a whiteout paper. Yeah. This whole page is nothing but that. It's a sheet of that. So the inks are original, but there's no pencils underneath this. So even though you can see some blue line in here, it's really weird. It's hard to describe as a page you could sell, but I love Knockout. I think she's an awesome character. So this is a great.
So how's the store going?
It's going good. It's going good. Oh, geez. This is an original nobody wants to see. I think Avery would be pissed at me if I showed it.
Yeah, people are enjoying the gateway drug, the hero.
Somewhat, yeah. Do you guys remember the movie Eight-Legged Freaks?
I didn't see it.
There was actually, you didn't see it? It was a movie about
I saw trailers
spiders.
to it. Yes, I know what it's about.
Yeah,
They're freaks that have 8 legs.
Yeah, this is one of 4 pages that we own. From Joe Phillips, and he did the movie adaptation in the comic book movie adaptation, and I own 4 pages from it. That one, and then this one, which this is the guy's. There's something clogged in the pipe. So what does he do? He tries to blow in it, and a spider comes out of its mouth. Ah! The other 2 pages, which I don't have right here in front of me, is a double-page splash that I own.
I wonder how many people have actually collected like originals of a whole comic book once. You know what I mean?
Well, I showed you guys these pages. These are those Ron Friends page that I own like a third of the book. So these are really pretty pages, but it's for a book that probably nobody's ever heard of. I forgot I had these. I'm gonna have to take these to the store because these are gonna have to go on display.
Yeah,
Some
gonna want those.
Some of them are awesome. Check out this page right here. Look at this. Look how gorgeous this is. This is Ron Friends art. Fantastic panels.
Nice composition.
Yeah, and I think it was Ron Friends penciling in one of the Buscemas. I think it was Sal Buscema that inked it, but he didn't sign them. So
yeah,
that'd be cool if I got them signed by him. But they got Ron Friends on it, so that's worth it. So. All right, got a lot of good stuff in here. Like I said, it surprises me how many people. Well, it really shouldn't surprise me, but how many people have never seen original art? You know,
yeah,
they don't know what goes into making comics. You know,
well, because all the magazines and publications that talked about it regularly are gone and have been gone for a while now.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
and the few people that do know about them will pay an arm and leg.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something like nobody's ever heard of.
Right, well, let's take a look at some of these.
No, there used to be a time when you could get like Brian Stelter pages for $52.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, Avery.
A Sonic bingo.
You can't do that anymore.
You used to be able to get a sketch from like Bill Sienkiewicz for like $25. I'm not kidding.
What's this guy's name? Is it not
Tails.
Sonic? Tails. Okay, so this page has Eggman and Tails on it.
It's Robotnik. Well, it's both actually, but yeah. It's a weird word.
Isn't he the Eggman, or am I thinking of something else?
It's Eggman and Robotnik. Those are his two canon names. Like,
oh, okay.
Like in Japan, like he was called Eggman, but they noticed they called him Robotnik in the West, so they retconned his Japanese name to be Robotnik, and they just retconned his Eggman as a nickname.
Oh, all right. Well,
so technically it's both.
Oh, this page has Sonic and Tails, so that's a good page. Oh, this page has Sonic's back and Santa Claus. Look, Santa Claus is flying. Actually, I think it's a robot. So.
The Sonic X comic.
And then here's a bunch
of... You got the whole thing?
No, just a variety of the pages.
Ah, damn. You can read the whole comic with this.
This is actually like 2 or 3 different issues. But here we have, this is a good one with Sonic in it. That's a good page.
Now, do you know who made this?
Well, I know who did the art.
Yeah, who did the art?
It's our buddy Todd from New York, yeah.
Jeez. Huh.
And these were actually inked by Terry Austin, who actually signed them up at the top.
No wonder why you got so many of those.
Yeah.
It was cleaning out his garage or something.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty much. Well, he went through all the pages that he had, and he pulled out all the ones that he wanted to keep.
God, a Sonic fan would go nuts with this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, you got to make a video just on this. Like, I got a friend that would go nuts. He's a real big Sonic fan.
Yes, 10 more pages, so...
No, you got to make a video just on that because of the Sonic movie coming out. It'd be good timing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you have to wait until, like, the premiere, window. You know what I mean?
Avery, do you think I could get Todd to come on and tell the story?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
About his adventure and his times with working with her Archie.
Yeah,
that might be cool.
Yeah. You actually should.
It's a sad story, but oh, wait a minute! I actually have more art down here. Hold on a second. Let me see what's.
Yeah, it'd be a good episode, dude. Todd can tell a story.
Yeah. Okay. This is some more of his originals. This is unfinished stuff that he gave me. These are actual pages from Kung Fu Fighters issue 2.
Oh yeah.
Actually, there's a splash page in here that's kind of cool. But this was all penciled and it was never finished, so.
Oh wow.
This is even it's half finished. A nice page.
Shame that was abandoned.
Should have finished the damn thing. Yeah, well.
Did they replace it with something else or what?
What's that?
Did they replace it with something else? Was the comic book not finished, or did they just replace that panel?
Well, he did. He finished the first issue, had it colored and everything, had it printed, and actually took it to the New York Comic Con and actually sold copies and so forth. But then there was a falling out with one of the other guys that was involved in it. So issue two never happened because of that fallout. So. Yeah, these were pretty cool pages. This is a lot of fun stuff in here. And this is his main bad guy, the Baron.
Still not really showing what he can really do.
Oh, I know, but this is 20-year-old pages at least.
Even then, that's closer to showing what he could do. Yeah,
this was a pencil page for it was like a 2 or 3 page story that actually got published in a magazine. He did the first chapter, which was, like I said, 2 or 3 pages, and then I think the magazine folded, so he never got to do any more. But this is a really cool manga-inspired action pages.
Do you think that would sell better in Japan?
I have no idea. Yeah, you could definitely see his animated style in these pages. Some really great stuff. Yep, that was it. Yeah, 4 pages was what it was. Oh, and this is a pencil page that he did for that Sonic thing. This was for their Christmas/Hanukkah special.
Yeah, they have another big one.
Well, part of the story that he had done is he had done the pages in blue line and then penciled them, and then when he sent them to the editor, whoever was working on the coloring or whatever couldn't figure out how to remove the blue line, so they made Todd redraw the pages all over again from scratch, just in pencil. And that's why he has pages like this left over, is because, you
just pulled the blue line out.
I would have been like,
he was so frustrated with him at that point that he just gave up and said, all right, fine, I'll just redo it. And he redid the pages.
Was it better the second time around?
Well, I don't know. It's one of the reasons why he doesn't work for Archie anymore. It's because of the crap he had to put up with the editor.
Like, I just would have adjusted the pages myself and resent the file.
I think he actually sent the pages because Terry Austin actually inked them.
Oh yeah.
But for some reason, he'll have to tell the story. He'll have to tell the story. We'll get him to tell the story.
Yeah, I would be like, give me access to the FTP if they were smart enough to do it that way. I adjust all the pages. I will adjust all the blue line out.
I think he was having such an issue with the editor that the editor wanted him to either quit, and he wasn't going to quit. He was going to get paid. But the editor made the job so difficult for him that he eventually said, I won't ever do this again. It's not worth the money. So, but he got to keep the majority of the pages. I mean, Terry Austin got to keep some of the pages, but the ones that he got to keep, he kept like all the splash pages and all the So he's got some really, really nice original Sonic published pages that are signed by Terry Austin as well.
I think in the future there'll be more of those because, a lot of people are moving to like a digital workflow. But I think maybe some people might do that, like do traditional, just so they can have something to hold on to. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And I've got even more of that stuff around here somewhere. Just not sure where it's at. I know he gave me a stack of some of the Kifu Fighter stuff, which was that independent book that he was working on, and that was just some really nice stuff back then.
Yeah, but, like I use digital because I can pencil things faster than I print it to ink it, so I will have an original.
Did you have a peep show with Choco Tacos?
Yes, we did.
Was it delicious?
It was okay.
Damn.
Avery actually found out that they make Choco Tacos in chocolate and what was the other kind?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Now, we're going to have to keep an eye out for those because those sound fantastic. But
did you have a peep show of something else? I forgot what it was.
We did a peep show with the orange and vanilla Coke.
Oh, was that good?
No, it was gross, man.
I wish I was there, man.
You're one of the ones that suggested that crap, and its stuff was gross. It was bad. It was not good. I mean, matter of fact, there's like 4 bottles still sitting in the kitchen because nobody else in the house wants to eat them.
If I was in Florida, I'd take them.
Yeah, I've bought it. I bought it before he even tried it, and it tastes like what I was hoping it would taste like.
Well, Jennifer was thinking it was going to taste like orange cream.
No, it tastes like orange cream and Coke.
Yeah, it just.
Orange cream and Coke, bad.
I like it. It tastes fine to me.
All right, you guys want to check out some of my going to be wall comics?
But when you talk about Andrew's taste is chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce.
It tastes Peeps.
Yeah, little kids.
There is nothing wrong with Peeps and chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce.
There's everything wrong with Peeps, chicken nuggets, and barbecue sauce.
If you're 12.
Especially if you're 12.
Exactly, if you're 12.
No, even if you're 12, there's something wrong with it. You should grow out of that when you're 11.
Yeah. Oh.
I couldn't remember if this issue is worth a lot of money or not. Oh, well, mint condition, it's $28, so that's not a bad one.
What's that?
This is Uncanny X-Men number 171. This is when Rogue joins the team, and it's got a Walter Simonson cover.
Oh, yeah.
Who did the interiors? Hold on a second. Let me pop this thing over.
That's all the stuff I want,
Well, not unless I could sell it for a good amount of money.
No, I mean those are the type of issues I'm looking for.
And let me guess.
Oh yeah, this is the Walter Simonson one.
Oh,
I remember this one. Oh, we did look through this one. Oh yeah.
Did you get that in the dollar bin like 20 years ago?
No, I got it in like a 50-cent bin like within the last few months.
what?
Dude, I tell
What
you what,
drugs are your LCS on? Damn.
I find some fantastic issues.
Yeah.
All right, here, check this out. These are 4 issues from the New Mutants.
I think the problem is people are too fixated on the issue number 1s, and they don't really focus on the different characters.
Well, here's an example. Issue number 9 of New Mutants is actually worth like $15 because it's the first appearance of Selena, who is the Black Queen.
Yeah.
And what's issue number 1 worth?
Issue number. Well, let me look. Hold on a second. So now you're gonna make me look.
Like the normies look for the number 1s. Like, oh, this can be worth money. I'm gonna send my kids to college with that, and not
Oh, I still had issue number 171 in here. New Mutants never went up to 171. All right, issue 1 comes in at $12. Issue number 9 comes in at $11. So I mean, it's still worth a little bit of money. But issue number 14, which I believe is the first appearance of Sim, is like a $26 issue. So that's cool.
You have it right there.
Yeah, issue 18 of New Mutants, which is the beginning of the Demon Bear saga. You know who else this was the first appearance of? Warlock. The first appearance of Warlock, so it's worth about $16 is what it guides for.
Yeah, and those issues are all up in 50-cent bins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
a problem with comics is I think issues like number 1 should have premieres of characters in them. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of times they sometimes do. They have
in manga, you just read number 1 first, but but with comics it's not that simple. You have to read stuff that's rare and obscure and stuff they don't print anymore and you can't get digitally because of morality policing.
Now this issue number 25 of New Mutants is the first appearance of Legion, but he wasn't actually in the story. It was a pinup. It's the next issue that it was more of his introduction. This issue is worth the guide's for $18, but it's the issue after it that's worth $30. But here, I'll show you the pinup. But this is Bill Sienkiewicz's art. Fantastic stuff.
I don't see no pinup.
Right there. This is it.
I thought it was gonna be a sexy pinup.
A sexy pinup of Legion? No, I don't think so.
Yep, I have that issue. I might have a couple of them.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it guides for $18. So in this condition, it's probably worth about half that. But still, it's not a 50-cent book, and it's not a $1 book, so it's not going in the bin. So, oh, do you know what I found? While I was, after I was getting ready to close up my shop, I was flipping through the comics, and I found Havoc and Wolverine Meltdown issues 1 and 2,
Ooh.
and I had them in the $1 bin, so I pulled them out, stuck $3 a piece on them, and put them on the wall.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants them, they can pay me for them. But these are issues of Uncanny X-Men, first appearance of Bishop. These two, I don't know specifically what made these valuable, but the covers are awesome.
Yeah.
This was a time when Silvestri was just kicking ass and taking names on the X-Men.
Yeah, my copies of Havoc and Wolverine Meltdown are so messed up.
Oh well, mine are decent condition. So.
Oh, dude, mine are jacked up because I those books. I think I replaced them. I think I have better quality copies somewhere, but now when I met Cat Williams, I wish I'd had some money on me because at the time, this was HeroCon 96 or something, or 98. He showed up.
Oh yeah.
And he had hardback copies that he was doing sketches in.
I remember looking up the price of these. I think they're worth something, but I don't know how much.
Digital painted comics. I hate it when it looks obvious. You know what I mean?
Let's see here.
Like, digital painting's not that bad, but it's just, I don't know. It just feels like it's a different medium. You know, it feels like it doesn't belong on paper. You know?
Okay, this thing right now, it says it guides at $78 for issue number 1. And I know this isn't in mint condition, but that might be actually worth getting graded. Umbrella Academy number 1. Number 2, it says worth $10, but actually,
can you grade a 50-cent comic like that's that's really just worth 50 cents? And
well, see, these weren't 50-cent comics. I bought these when they came out. So
but I'm saying, like, if something was like worth 50 cents, like, you know, on what was it, Beckett or something, whatever you read to look for how valuable comics are, like, would they grade a 50-cent comic if you paid extra for it?
they'll grade anything as long as you're willing to pay for it. I think this is like one of my oldest issues of Avengers number 149. Hold on a second. Let's see what the. I know there's a reason I pulled this one aside because it's actually. Yeah, it's a $20 comic. Orca makes an appearance. Yeah, but in the condition it's in, it's probably worth about half that. So it's at least a $10 book. So that's kind of cool. These were nice issues. I don't know where I got these two from, these two Justice Leagues. This is issue 136 and 128. This is the 25 and 30 cents days. But these are really, really beat up, so value-wise, they're probably not worth a lot. But they're really pretty looking covers. But they're definitely not 50 cents. Oh, and this is one. Check this out. Avery.
Hold on.
Commandy, The Last Boy on Earth, issue number 18.
Oh, cool. Some Jack Kirby, man.
Yeah, I actually put this one in. Let me see what it came up as. It's a $30 book in mint condition, so I don't think this is mint. This is probably halfway, so it's probably a $15 book. But
they also have to consider age of what you would consider mint for its age.
Well, it was back when it was 20 cents, so this would put it at 74. Oh man, it's just a year older than I am. This is a 45-year-old comic.
Yeah, for its age, it's probably.
Avery, look at this splash
Yeah,
page.
that's the kind of stuff I dig, dude.
This is gorgeous. Oh wow, look at that page.
Yep.
Yeah, $15 on it? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not buying anything. I can't.
Oh wow, hey Commodore, this is for you. This is an advertisement. Any 15 records for only $1.97, or 11 tapes for $1.97.
Huh.
Wonder if these are 8-track tapes.
They are 8-track.
Holy crap, they are. And I don't remember ever seeing an advertisement like that. But then again, this is back before I collected comics.
It's
around the time I was
born. Exactly. It's before I was even born.
Yeah. This comic is older than Avery. And smells better, too.
Hard to do.
Yeah, but this is a weird one. This is one I don't think it's worth very much of anything, but it was an issue of X-Men Manifest Destiny that was supposedly they screwed up in the printing because the inside is X-Men Spider-Man number 3, but they put the wrong cover on the book. And supposedly it's kind of a collector's item because of that fact. But I don't see where it has any value whatsoever, you know.
Want to see some of the Lenzo posted on Facebook?
What did he post on Facebook? Anything good? Eagle says Kirby. That's right.
With great power comes.
Are you gonna make me go to Facebook?
There's the link. I put it in the Google Hangouts chat.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me find it. Let's see. What did he put up here?
That's pretty good.
Press
That's
F
good.
pay respects.
Yeah, I'll share that with everybody. Hold on a second.
That's
The
pretty
Slee
fun.
Stack shared this. It says, with great power comes great grief.
I haven't seen him in a while.
That's funny. Ah, he's around. He's around.
Yeah, well, plus he's got his own channel. When you have your own channel, man, it's
Yeah, you don't have time for other people. That's right.
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's that.
it's a lot harder.
Oh, my buddy Rich just shared the the special edition 4K Steelbook edition for The Shining. Yeah, I don't know. Here, I'll show it to you guys. See what you think.
It's not a
You'll get it.
Well,
it's not a
that's
bad movie.
it's not a bad movie, but this Steelbook case really sucks.
Oh yeah, that's boring.
Yeah.
Damn.
All it's got, that's
Well, I guess. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I get it. I get what it is. It's the main blah blah. Yeah,
but it's there's I'm
like what they should have done is like that logo should be like bright red on top of like a steel embossed like painting of the scene of his face coming through the door where you hit it with the axe.
That would be nice.
Like that would be awesome.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, if they put this out and it's like $9.99, I'll consider picking it up. But if they want like $24.99 for it, I'm not wasting the money.
No, it's gonna be a full price release.
Yeah.
Steelbooks are supposed to look at what the hell.
That is a very mediocre steelbook case.
It is.
That
it
is. That's actually below mediocre.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
guess what?
mediocre would just be like they just used a.
It's like sub mediocre plus made of metal. Wow.
Yeah.
Guess what's coming out tomorrow?
Tell me.
Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the animated movie.
Oh, okay. He wants me to be like excited, but I'm like, okay.
There's also a wide release of Children of the Corn. Really? In Steelbook case? Why are they?
Better not be boring.
See, I like that movie, but having like a $3 DVD out of the $3 bin is good.
Yeah.
That movie was made so long ago. I don't really need to see older movies remastered to HD. DVD's fine. It's good. And that movie's so old. It's like just give me the $3 DVD out of the discount bin. I'm happy. Especially when you like certain movies, like how many times have you bought certain movies? You bought it on VHS, then you bought it on DVD, and then you bought it again on DVD for some special edition. You bought it on Blu-ray. Now you're buying them on Steelbook.
In 4K.
Well, to be honest with you,
4K.
I finally think Steelbook is like the end all to be all for me. If I buy something in Steelbook case, I'm not going to buy it again. At least I don't think I'm going to.
The thing is, though, Andrew, they're going to change. There'll be another format change in your lifetime.
I doubt it. Like, what's really the point? Because of
There'll be some sort of solid state, like small solid state thing you buy.
yeah, but
Or they'll make it all digital.
well, Hollywood doesn't really want that, do they? They just want you to stream everything and just rent it.
Exactly.
This is what's coming out tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to get that.
Is that on Steelbook?
Yep. Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Why is that turtle's elbow pad so saggy?
I don't know. That is weird, isn't
Well,
it?
that technically makes the Teenage Mutant Ninja Batman the same universe. Actually, yeah, actually it is because like Batman's in the same universe as Power Rangers. Because there was a. Do you remember the?
Well, they're not.
the
They're
next,
not in the same universe. They just extended over into that
do you remember
universe.
the next mutation?
Well,
Like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the next mutation was a live action show. It was pretty horrible, and they had a crossover episode of the Power Rangers.
Ooh.
And also, Batman actually did cross over with them too.
hey, come on. Batman crossed over with Scooby-Doo. I mean, Scooby-Doo is the perfect universe.
Yeah, changed my mind.
Yeah, but then for Best Buy, they've got the 4K steelbooks coming out for Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I want all of them, but that's a lot of money.
What do you think of the new Scooby-Doo movies? You know, the show called the new Scooby-Doo movies that came out in the 1970s. It's coming to Blu-ray. Like almost all the episodes. They just couldn't get the one with the Addams Family.
To be honest with you, if they released a lot of those old cartoons in completed collected Blu-rays, I'd probably pick them up. You know, but so rarely do they put them out on Blu-ray anymore. They do DVD.
They don't.
Stinks.
Yeah, like I hope like the new Scooby-Doo movies does pretty well because you know I just want more Hanna-Barbera stuff on there. Like when you watch like Hanna-Barbera in HD, like you can actually see on Boomerang in HD, you can see the film grain, you can see the seams of the celluloid on the cells. You can see like Scooby's head's on a different cell.
Yeah.
You can see all that, and all that cheapness you see adds to the charm of Hanna-Barbera. Like that was the whole point of Hanna-Barbera. It was cheap and fun.
Yeah, see, this is the re-release of Toy Story. This is the regular edition, the Blu-ray DVD, which has a fantastic cover.
Yeah.
But for the steelbook case, they're doing this, which, granted, I like it, but I would rather have had that other cover.
And the insert's better than the cover.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I'm just glad they actually put something on the inside because there's so many nowadays where they'll release a steelbook and then they won't put any art on.
People actually print their own insert. They take the steelbooks apart and put them in there.
That's not a bad idea. There used to be a thing of people making. I don't know if they still do it, but I remember there's people out there that used to make like custom box sets.
Yeah.
For your movies, like they would make a custom box for you, to slip case, and custom cases to put like your Evil Dead movies in.
Oh, that'd be nice. Probably expensive.
Or Star Wars. Yeah, because they were all custom made.
There's people that actually make custom box art, and it's actually it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Talk about the most boring looking cover. Here's the Children of the Corn steelbook case.
That's like one of the old. Looks like one of the old posters. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Linda Hamilton was in that? Really?
Yes.
Actually, better than the old posters would probably be like the '80s VHS like covers.
That's what it looks like. It looks like one of the old VHS covers or something. It might be.
Well, it might be. Like the VHS covers usually look better than the posters.
Well, you know what this says? Hold on a second. Yeah, it does say steelbook. Okay. Well, I was hoping it'd be something more, but I guess not.
That looks like the cover for like one of the old pressings of the novels or something.
Yeah.
Printings of the novel, which is fine. See, I'm fine with that because it matches the era that the movie's from. The style and everything that that matches. That's fine.
Well, I know you guys know how I did the review of the Captain America steelbook cases that they re-released, and they used the cover art from the movies, which is pretty cool. Well, they've just announced that they're releasing at least Iron Man 1 and 2 in a new 4K steelbook, and they're using the original art for the movie posters, which is fantastic, and I can't wait to have those. Because I don't think I own any of the Iron Man movies in steelbook case. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually, when are those supposed to come out? Let me check the listing. It is 1, 2, and 3, and it doesn't. They don't have release dates yet. Okay, never mind. They're doing a steelbook case release of The Warriors. Really, an FYE exclusive. Huh. Let's see. Captain Marvel comes out on the 11th. You know I'm gonna have to be in line for that one.
Oh, who isn't? Oh,
I know.
Just
You're sort of Captain Marvel, the better version.
You mean Shazam?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Oh, D says Batman and Judge Dredd comic book crossover was badass. Well, that was because it was Simon Bisley that did the art for him.
yeah, one of them. Oh yeah, I picked that up at one of our trips to Ollie's.
Yeah.
The trade that collects them all.
Yeah, that was fantastic. All right, what are you sharing now, Kodiak?
Kodiak.
Kodiak.
I don't believe I said Kodiak.
God.
What is this for?
Although it would be cool to see Kodiak if
It's fan made box art.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's all right.
There used to be people who made awesome ones. I remember one dude was like selling them on eBay and got a cease and desist.
You know you're doing something right when
Right.
It's like
a better job than you are.
it's like that's messed up. I don't think they legally have the right to make you that you can't do that.
Yeah, that just tells me you're doing a better job than they are.
Yeah, I think doing something like that, you actually have the legal right to make one-off things like that.
Yeah, but I don't think you can sell them, though.
No, yes, you can. Yeah. I believe you can. As long as they're one-off things or very limited, I think you have the legal right to do that.
Oh, if it's very limited, like how are they going to catch it if it is illegal? You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it's the same reason. Like I can do a limited print of Batman, or I could sell an original drawing of Batman. I have that legal right.
Well, fair use is kind of like a honeypot because, like, let's say if
I just can't compete with the Batman.
like even public domain is kind of like a honeypot in a way because let's say anything the U.S. government makes is under public domain. So NASA, say if you have like a clip of a space shuttle launch and you cover that and you use that public domain video on your YouTube channel, you could get DMCA'd or you can content ID'd by CNN that also uses that clip.
Mhm.
You know. CNN would say, like the automated stuff is like, you're stealing from CNN. No, I'm taking from the public domain where CNN took it from.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like there's a friend of mine came up with a better term for IP and copyright, and he came up with a better word for it. Do you know what he called it?
What?
He called it idea monopolization.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that pretty much what it is now, or always been? Because we only really had copyright as soon as we had the printing press.
Well,
Like, as soon as we had the printing press, it's like, oh no, the people can't print stuff.
Well, there was a reason they didn't want people to be able to read, and
Yeah, like even back then, reading silently, you were like some sort of wizard.
yeah, well, they didn't want people to be able to read back then.
No, I'm saying even the people that knew how to read, like the ones that read silently, they were some sort of wizards.
Yep.
And like being able to read was like having a PhD today, or even more so.
Judge Dredd versus Scooby Doo. That would be a cool crossover. You guys are definitely right on that one.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Somebody needs to tell DC to do that book.
Mm.
I think it was, if they're gonna do, hey, if they can get away and they can make Batman Elmer Fudd good,
Wait, that
they
was
can
good.
make Scooby Doo Judge Dredd good.
I want to see that.
You know what? The Batman Elmer Fudd book wasn't that bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they can make something like that, if they can make that idea good, they can do anything.
It really confused me. Like, it was like one of the earliest things I read by Tom King. I'm like, oh, this guy's not bad.
That's why I want to see it. Oh.
Well, it was Lee Week's art, man. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah, well, the first few issues of Mr. Miracle were really good.
Yeah.
Then it just sort of dwelled on the depression and the mundane, and every time the story seemed like it was going to pick up and become something, you would get the next issue and it would be back to them. It's like, okay, well, what happened from, like, why did it just reset back to boring? It's like, dude, you're awful.
Oh, this looks good. This looks excellent. It looks like kind of like this hard-boiled type of thing. Like, is there a lot of more? Is there more contemporary Batman comics that bring him back into his era where he belongs?
No.
Damn.
It's over.
Yeah.
Comic books from Marvel and DC are over.
Yeah.
They have an opportunity to bring him back. They can always bring him back.
Before his time, like Gotham by Gaslight sounds like a pretty good time.
I mean, they're going to have Robert Patterson play Batman. I mean, they're going to make him better.
Oh, God, they have Marvin the Martian with the Martian Manhunter.
Yes, they did.
Oh my goodness!
Are you telling me you've never seen any of those books?
Oh, dude, that's right before DC really started to jump the shark real hard. Like Marvel was already dead and gone, but it was right before DC really jumped the shark.
It looks stupid. I love it. Did they have Daffy Duck too? Or are they on like Elmer Fudd's trophy?
It was Yosemite Sam and Jonah Hex.
Oh God!
With Mark Texeira art.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
And wait, what? Technically, wouldn't Gotham by Gaslight also be in the same kind of time as Jonah Hex too?
It's Elseworld.
Oh,
Gotham it could be. Jonah Hex would probably fit in well in Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah,
but
at least in that universe. So
yeah, but Gotham by Gaslight was an Elseworld book.
Yes, it was one of the first.
I believe it was the first thing that they then go. Oh yeah, we're going to do this thing called Elseworld now.
Yeah. I wish we could have like more DC, detective comics. Like it feels like action comics and detective comics fusing it. It feels out of place.
Uh-huh.
Like Batman's like his plot armor is more obvious when he's working with demigods. I just don't like it being that obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, I have god levels of
all the best Batman stories are one of two things. It's either Batman the Avenging Angel, or it's a detective story, and that's the way the books should be. The main Batman book should be like the scary Avenging Angel stories, and Detective Comics should be
Batman belongs with Dick Tracy and the Shadow. He doesn't belong with fucking Superman.
You can have him interact with that stuff. That's fine.
I'm saying no. It feels like they don't belong in the same universe. It feels like they were just kind of patched in there.
No. They're fine in the same universe. It's just they handle different things.
No.
And there's a place within Justice League to have him there helping.
Yeah, but like he has like god levels of resourcefulness though. Like,
I know, and that needs to be tamed down.
Yeah, he's more powerful than fucking Superman.
That part is silly.
Yeah,
it's too far.
Yeah, like in the 90s, and they like toned down his power, like Superman's power. They didn't tone down Batman's power. But like the Batman fans don't want that. They like him being overpowered. They like him being a god with resourcefulness.
Yeah, I don't ever have a problem with Batman being resourceful.
No, I haven't. I have a problem with him being resourceful at a god level. Like it makes his plot armor super duper obvious.
Well, there was a comic. I forget which one it was, but Batman was saying to somebody, "This is plan number 1, and this is plan number 2," and the person like looked at him funny, and his reasoning for calling it plan 1, plan 2, plan 3 is because I don't want you to be confused and think I only have 26 plans. That's why he didn't call it plan A, plan B, plan C. And he said in the comic, I don't want you to think I only have 26 plans. I was like, damn.
Yeah, god level resourcefulness. Yeah, overpowered, more powerful than Superman.
Well, I mean, I've always argued in a fight between Superman and Batman, Batman will always win.
Because
Period.
obvious plot armor.
No, he will cheat. Superman would never cheat. Batman would cheat in a heartbeat. So
yeah, who's more powerful now?
It's just the truth.
Yeah,
Superman's the Boy Scout, but Batman would cheat in any fight, no matter who he was fighting, because it's not a matter of winning honorably; it's a matter of winning. You know, Batman is not going to get into a fight with somebody not knowing the outcome. You know,
he still has his rules, though. He doesn't kill anybody.
That is true, but that doesn't mean he won't cheat. There's actually, what's really funny is there's an issue of Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's done in the animated style. And Batman is getting ready to face off against Leonardo, and the two of them are just standing there, like posing at each other. And then Batman says to him, I could probably beat you in 5 moves, but there's a chance you might be able to take me in 6. And the two of them were being strategic minded in their opposition of each other, where they never even threw a single blow. But it's because, you know, of how prepared and trained, and it was even though it's a kid comic, it was a good representation of both those characters, you know, and I like that about it. But needless to say, guys, it's getting late. It's already 9 o'clock.
Ah,
I'm tired. I got work in the morning. Wish I had some stuff to do with Peep Show. I don't think Avery can handle that today. Avery probably can't handle that at least for another week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks.
It's like that's a little rough, dude.
I know, but I'm gonna have to find something. I'm gonna have to find something new to entertain you with. So, Commodore, you got anything going on that you want to tell us about?
nothing in particular.
Nothing in particular. When are you going to start live streaming?
Do I have a reason to?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
True.
You want people to come to your channel and subscribe and so forth? You don't care, do you?
No, I don't care.
Yeah, so if you like Commodore and you like the stuff he talks about, go over to Illustration Studio 7.62 and right there. You guys remember how I told you when I found the camcorder there was already a memory card in it? Well, I bought a USB memory card reader so I could find out what was on it. There's some videos on there from Christmas 2008. So it's 11 years old. And it's Christmas at my parents' house. And I'd show them to my daughter, but it has her ex-boyfriends in there. So she may or may not want to see the video.
You just edit that part out.
Yeah, maybe.
You can blur his face, right?
11 years ago, man. Crazy. All right, everybody. You have a great night. We'll be back on Wednesday. I think I got to go by the comic book store because I got to look for some more comics to put in my store. So I may have to buy. Plus, I need bags and boards. So I'll make a trip by the comic book store this week and maybe share with you all what I pick up. That might be cool. And the only thing I picked up this past week was previews. So nobody cares about that.
Yeah, I hate that you're going to get all the good books.
He hasn't brought anything in new in a while, so.
Yeah, but still, I can't.
Well, if I find something special for you, I'll put it aside for you. I know what you like. I know what you like. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining the show. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
Hey, guys. Bye.